Okay, I just got 3 achievements. I don't know why, but there is a new update to Bloons Tower Defense 6. Update 20. New content, including a new hero. Etienne, I think. Master the new advanced map, Mesa. I've heard that's a lot like Cracked. New skin for Admiral Brickle, challenges, or Odyssey changes. Replay, completed difficulties. Plus keep watch for the new Extreme mode, which will be interesting. Trophy store now has 16 new items and then other bug improvements and fixes. So, first of all, get the daily reward, lovely portable lake, that's great. And what challenges did I do, and do I get money for them? Complete an Odyssey, complete a hard Odyssey, and purchase a trophy store item. Very simple to complete, you can do all 3 of those in one go, I am fairly sure. Okay, let's see this new hero. 5,000, good thing I'm a rich bee. Okay, drone operator. I have looked into I haven't looked into any of this really. So, 850 is a decent price, not as cheap as Oben, but not as expensive as Gwen. So, today we're going to be testing it out. There's no Odyssey on at the moment, but apparently there's a new hard difficulty for it. And, oh, right, of course, forgot to get this. Get the new Admiral Brickle skin, looks nice, I like it, pirate themed. But we are going to try out Etienne, who kind of looks like a child. I suspect it's something to do with the fact that it's drones, and that drones are typically aimed at younger people. Alright, so we'll just test it out on, nope, never mind, we can't. We will try a map on a regular difficulty, because we don't want to try this on some sort of extreme difficulty, and end up losing because we don't know how it works. So we'll try stream bed on primary. No, primary only doesn't sound great. We'll try stream bed medium on reverse. That way we can still use it, get the extra monkey money for completing it first try, and test out the new hero. Okay, so massive radius. I'm probably making a mistake by putting him here, but we'll find out. Okay, so he's got a drone. How does that work? Speed it up. Okay, so the drone looks like it patrols the area. Okay, that's interesting. Put a dart monkey here as backup, but interesting. So this probably powers up the drone, I'm assuming. So we'll test that out. Oh, damn, it summons 4 more. Okay, so we'll actually just go through the abilities of Etienne. I'm going to keep pronouncing the name wrong, I'm sure, but either way, let's have a look. Base ability, flies a deadly little drone that shoots at balloons, fair enough. Range increased, fair enough. Launches 4 more temporary drones to wreak havoc. We found that out. Increased popping power, attack speed, and infrared camera allows shooting of camo balloons. Very nice. So you can shoot camos by level 5. Ability cooldown reduced, that's fine. Now controls 2 drones at once, so level 7's pretty good. All monkeys gain camo detection. As in just permanently? Because that is dope. That is absolutely dope. If you can negate the use of getting a camo village and just overall give every single monkey camo detection, this is going to be a hero to compete with the big guys like Gwendolyn and Oben. Okay, drones pop an extra balloon layer, and that's only at level 8. Okay, and then UCAV, high altitude surveillance drones become devastating combat drones for a short time. Okay, that's the other ability. Gains a 3rd drone. Drone upgrades, increased popping power and flight speed. Cooldown reduced, damage greatly increased. Damage output and duration greatly increased. Range, drone popping power, and drone swarm cooldown all improved. Damage, 4 drones, Perma UCAV. Surveillance drones become permanent UCAV. When activated, becomes even more powerful for a short time. Okay, so this is like the old engineer monkey from BTD6 when you got its upgrade tower. Its regular boosted mode becomes default, and then the boost just makes it even more buff. Okay, so this guy's looking pretty dope. He can give, presumably, camo detection to everyone, which seems amazing. And this ability on its own, what, quadruples the firepower, if not more? Okay, I think I'm gonna like this guy. I think I'm gonna like this guy a lot. So, we're gonna just see how this goes. See how long he can last, just on his own. Admittedly, he seems pretty weak in the early levels, but damn, every single tower being able to pop camos is insane. You can place a super monkey without caring about the bottom path. You can place a cannon without caring about a village. This is crazy. You can place monkey subs everywhere and anywhere without needing the top path to be maxed out. Okay, I think I'm gonna like this a lot. So, admittedly, he doesn't have any like buffs specifically to things in his range, or at least it's not clear if that is the case. But I do think it is fitting to go with a plane on this one. All right. Yeah, honestly, I think this guy's good. Okay, so he seems to be able to handle himself, which is quite nice for an early game tower. Like, admittedly, I did think his popping power was bad early on, but it seems as though just one other tower is enough. But then again, we haven't seen him late game just yet, and I don't think he can pop leads. Just from what I've seen, I don't think there's any sort of explosive power attached to him. Okay, so wow, level 5 lets him see camos, and then level 8, was it? Lets everyone see camos. All monkeys. Yeah, doesn't even say within the radius of Etienne. And by the way, his radius is insane. Admittedly, it's going to have a shorter radius than the one I started off with, because I have the monkey knowledge that put him straight to 3, and I forgot to turn that off. But nevertheless, this guy's radius is insane. So I think we are going to farm for a little while, just to see how far we can push this guy and how early we can get him to level 20. Just to make it, just to showcase all of him rather than perhaps only getting to a certain amount before 60. And don't get me wrong, I know I can hit free play and just keep it going, but I'd like to get him maxed out as early as possible, just so we can see how well he does against things like wave 60 or wave 63. If possible, I'd like to see how far we can push him early. Okay, but so far, he's dominating. Absolutely dominating, and I love it. He might be my new go-to hero, in all honesty. Because Oben's good, but he can't see camo. Zeely's good, but she's weak early game. And Gwen's good, but you can't get extra money from Gwen during chimps, and as well as her price is a bit much, but I'm thinking Etienne's a nice mix, especially if I don't have to get camo detection for anything. That really does help out. So we'll get a 2-2 farm, and we're still managing to hold quite well. And we still haven't needed to use the ability for like a real reason other than just testing it out, which is good. The drone seems okay. Like, it doesn't seem amazing in terms of, because it's missing a lot. But I suppose if we had 4 of them, oh yeah, that doesn't matter. Okay, so we'll get them, and since we don't need camo, I suppose we can go for center path and the sharper darts instead. So There you go. Can pop camos. Purples are obviously going to lose to him because he's using darts, but the only thing I don't think that can beat him is leads. So we will need to look out for that. And we'll do so with a lovely alchemist, so we can also make the excuse that we're buffing our towers as well. Overall though, damn, this hero is actually pretty good. I would have thought he'd have more synergy with things like the helicopter and the monkey ace, which admittedly I am a little bit disappointed in because we haven't had a hero specifically for like flying, so to speak, but it's also understandable because wait, oh right, yeah, because the ace is buffed by the alchemist, he can now pop leads. I was wondering why that was happening, but yes. So I was kind of excited that we might be getting a hero to do with flight, but it turns out it's just kind of like its own separate thing. There's no actual buffs to flying towers in the game. Admittedly, there is only 2, so I can see why they didn't buff flying towers, because there's not really a lot of range on it. But there's our second drone. We must have leveled up to level 11, is it? I think, around there? 7, never mind. Wow. But yes, so he seems quite amazing so far. Like, in all honesty, like if you're trying to weigh up the pros and cons of all the heroes, you need to go off their best feature. Gwen's best feature is board clears and massive damage, especially to single targets as well as ranged. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. But yeah, Gwen is really good with the damage and buffing her allies. Oben is good at buffing if you have magic monkeys on your team, and Zeely's just really handy because she can see camos and leads off the start, which is quite insane to not have to worry about camo leads just off of one placed tower. So when it comes to Etienne, I think his best feature, like completely best, 100%, at least in my opinion, is that he gives camo to everybody. Camo detection to everyone. That means you can place every single tower and not have to worry about whether it can detect camo or not, because eventually, thanks to Etienne, it will be able to. So for example, my mortar monkey, I can place him down, not have to worry about camo detection. That's what, 8 grand in one single upgrade of the village, plus the village itself, which is 9 grand that you've just saved, because everything has camo detection. That's just insane. It's just insane. It's like placing a village, giving it camo detection, and then placing the entire rest of your monkeys around that village. It is absolutely insane. Now we get to see how it handles the later rounds, but admittedly, with the Sky Shredder, or the AC-130 as I've called it, it's not seeing a lot of the action, so I might end up just selling it. We'll get a bank while we're at it. Deposit a good chunk of our money to get interest on it next round. Alright, and we'll just see where it takes us from here, honestly. Now, how does it go against a Moab? I'm going to use the ability on it, but I want to see how well it does damage. Oh, I suppose the AC-130 is actually pretty strong there, but okay, we may have to oh, divide and conquer first. Oh, okay, so we can only attack either first or divide and conquer, so I presume that means either it attacks the first balloon or it tries to attack like all the different types of balloons at once, or like each drone is assigned different balloons to attack, which is an interesting concept, and I don't know how well that'll actually work out, and to be honest, I don't know the logistics behind it either, so I will have to look that up, but we will test it for now and see if we can actually figure out what it means. Because divide and conquer to me means everybody, it's kind of like playing the GOAT meta in Overwatch, where you just kind of like pick on one person, absolutely destroy them because it's 6v1, and then just repeatedly do that rather than trying to fight 1v1 as like a whole team. So that's the way I'm thinking of it, as like They're all just dogpiling on top of one balloon, rather than... But essentially that is what thirst is. See, that's why I don't understand what divide and conquer necessarily means. But I'm sure someone will figure it out, someone a lot smarter than me. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough for now. We will take that 8 grand, invest it into another bank, and now we will get... let's get some fast throwing and acid pools, just to guarantee the win here. So essentially, Etienne makes villagers almost useless. I say almost because they can grant lead popping power and purple popping power as well, with their $8,000 upgrade. And actually, now that I think about it, that $8,000 upgrade pops everything. Whereas the one before it, roughly $2,000, just pops camos. So you're saving like $2,000-ish, $3,000-ish dollars by buying Etienne instead. Which is quite nice. Okay, so we're about to get the new ability, the level 10 one. So, well, it'll be at the end of this round. But yes, I'm eager to see what that is all about. Drones become devastating combat drones for a short time. Probably changes the appearance and gives off a little effect, so we'll see how well they do against wave 50, we'll say. And I wonder if the two abilities can be combined. Or is this like a singular drone? I don't know, we'll find out. Okay, so we have it. What happens? Oh damn. I see. So it's like a monkey ace set to centered path, except center path. Oh, I see. So the drone itself is the one that's giving us camo detection to all our towers, I'm pretty sure. At least that's how it works in Call of Duty. And then it becomes a deadly, destructive, explode all your things machine, I guess. Okay, so that's quite interesting. I do enjoy that. Do enjoy that little tidbit power. Alright, so we're gonna get a third drone next, which will be interesting. I wonder how that'll work out for us. I'm thinking it'll go well, but you never know. Sometimes there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. And I can see that these guys are affected by each other, so like they're trying to make space for one another or not overcrowd, so to speak. But they don't seem to be getting in the way too much. Okay, so blue, yellow, and green. I wonder if those are separate, like, targeting priorities or something? Which would be an interesting concept. Let's just get a Sky Shredder so we don't have to worry about balloons. But yeah, my honest opinion so far on this is that he is dope off of that permanent camo detection just off the bat. Just no matter what, permanent camo detection for every single tower you place. At least as far as I'm aware, that's what it means. Absolutely love it. That means snipers are a lot more useful now, because it means you can go either full top or full bottom and not have to worry about camos, which is very nice. I like to go kind of full bottom more often than full top, but yes, I do believe that he can now see camo thanks to Etienne and his insane ability. But yeah, there are quite a few more other things to check out in terms of the new hero and the new update, so I'll be going through them right after this, because I think sandbox mode is actually probably a better way of showing what he's like at level 20. And I believe there were camo LEDs in this round, but apparently not anymore. Alright, so that was just a little glimpse, but obviously it wasn't enough. So instead of going into free play, we'll just go into sandbox because it's easier to test there. Let's go hard mode so we can see how much he really costs. How much does he really cost? Okay, so 825. That's not too bad. So put him here. We will max level him. Okay, that looks dope. And these guys also look dope. You know what? We're gonna start him off easy enough. Start him off at level 5 and see how he does against a ceramic. It's not looking well for you, Etienne. Nah, admittedly he is level 5. But, yeah, he can barely pop a ceramic. So, that's good to know. And at level 5 he can see camos, right? Is that correct? Yes. Okay, so level 5 officially unlocks camo shooting, at least for his drones. Okay, so that's pretty good. So then let's go level 10. He gets the divide and conquer priority. Where is that mentioned? Is that mentioned anywhere? I don't believe so. Okay, yeah, no. He doesn't get... We don't know the specifics of divide and conquer, but he does gain it at some point during level 5 and 10. So we will remove all the cooldowns and send out a ceramic again. How better off is he? He seems to be coping much better, and to be honest, Etienne probably will be level 10 or close to it at the time in which ceramics become a problem. So we'll send out, let's say, 10 ceramics. Admittedly, he won't do that well, but we will see how well it does. Nope, never mind, I just sent round 1. How do I send these? Oh, right, of course, like that. So, okay. So he's got decent popping power with his drones at the moment. Admittedly, he's taking out a massive chunk of those ceramics, but he just can't pop all the insides in time. So, we'll see what he's like at level 15. Okay, so now we have zone defense. Divide and conquer and first. So we'll just leave him on first because we don't know the specifics of those. They weren't mentioned in the upgrades. So, now let's see how he does against another 10 ceramics. Now that he has 3 drones, they just obliterated those ceramics. They pretty much instantly turned into black and whites, which is... wow. Okay, so level 15, not too bad against ceramics, but the true test for ceramics, or at least the first true test for ceramics, is 63. Now he can't pop leads, I know that, but the ceramics will be faster, and we'll see how well he does. Okay, honestly, not bad for his range. Not bad. He got through the majority of them. Obviously can't take down the insides very well, but obviously we'll also have backups in order to not have him overwhelmed entirely. Let's have... is it spacing 0 or spacing 1? I think it's spacing 1. And then we'll just send 15. 15 of them. It's obviously not as much as 63, but it just gives you an idea of how well he can pop the ceramics and all the insides. 15 ceramics and all the insides. It's still slightly a problem, but not a massive one. Not a game-losing problem. So, it's not bad. As for his abilities, though, I wonder if his abilities will let him get through, say, 30 ceramics. Because 30's a pretty big switch up. We'll use it now. Okay, so admittedly his drones do take a little bit of time to actually start working. And in all honesty, it's alright. They do last quite a long time at this level, which is very good. But it was a bit slow to start up, so just be wary of that with his ability. That, oops, that was a mistake. That, it does have a little bit of a startup time for those drones to spawn in and actually do work. Okay, so now let's see how well he does against something like a Moab. So we'll just send, you know what, 5. I'm confident. We'll send 5. See how well that does. Okay. Honestly, not that bad so far. Those darts are surprisingly strong. There goes the Moabs. There goes the ceramics. I feel like his only problem is going to be cleanup. Because he's really good against strong single targets. But once they're popped, he just gets overwhelmed with all the remaining defense. So, we'll send it again. And try with the drone squad. Remembering that it takes a little time for them to actively start working. But yeah, now that he's got people to clean up, as in his extra drones, he can destroy 5 Moabs fairly easily. So for round 40, I think you might be safe just with Etienne. Let's see how well Etienne does against round 40. Let's say level 9-ish is probably... No, actually, level 7 is most likely what his level is going to be at the first Moab. So we'll just send one. Just send one Moab. See how well these two do. Okay. Not amazing, but if we use the ability... Okay. Alright, so maybe... Ooh. Okay, yeah, you will need more towers than just Etienne, but... You know, he seems quite decent, especially considering his main OP move where just everything sees Camo. That just seems insane to me that they'd add something that good in. Like... There has to be a downside, and that downside appears to be too many balloons. So, I think we will go all the way to 20 now. 20 seems to upgrade everything. See how well he does against one Moab now. Oh damn, this guy's no longer an ability. He is a constant threat. Okay, so at level 20, Etienne can officially see or pop leads, which is good. It means late game he will be really effective against DDTs. In fact, we should probably send a DDT out, so we'll stop the round. Let's try against... Let's not send out our own. We'll just send out a real round, like round 90. So his drones seem to be able to handle everything that isn't lead, and then the massive drone, the UAV, well, at least that's what I'm going to call it, seems to be able to handle everything else. DDT popping power isn't great. Wow. He didn't pop a single DDT. What if it was just on its own? Just on its own. Completely. Really? See, that surprises me. I would have thought this guy could have taken down at least a DDT alone, because I know Azili can. But I suppose there also has to be some downsides to these things, so we'll send out another one, and we'll supercharge it. Okay, I think there's something wrong there, because these are clearly shooting explosives, but the DDT ain't having it. The DDT doesn't even seem slightly annoyed by the fact that it's being shot with explosives. So I think there might be a bit of a glitch there, Ninja Kiwi, question mark? Because he's clearly shooting rockets, he's not shooting darts anymore. But he is in fact not getting anywhere near the popping power he needs. Maybe it just doesn't recognize that he can pop leads. And by that I mean that that his rockets are able to pop leads. So, try this. Give him the buff. Come on, don't be stingy. You're so stingy, Alchemist. Unless he hasn't been programmed to get the buff yet, which is a bit awkward. Okay, so come on. We need him buffed. So we'll just send out some BFBs, see how it does against them. BFBs absolutely destroys him. At the moment, I don't think he can be alch buffed, which is interesting. BFBs though, easily handled. Yeah, so he can't be alch buffed, which is a bit of a questionable thing. Okay, so if we just give him this, okay, so he does have it. Can he now pop a DDT alone? Okay. I do feel like, however, that was more the drones rather than the big flyy plane. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to say. I don't think the plane is all that useful, at least from the surface. Now, let's do the real test. How does he do against BAD? We will give him all the appropriate buffs as necessary. Like so. Extra drones. And then right now we'll use the better UAV. Okay, so he does quite a bit of work. His 2 abilities alone, and this one almost runs out when it's ready. So, what's that, a max of like 10-ish drones? 8-ish drones? He seems to be absolutely doing work when it comes to this BAD. Admittedly, I don't think he'll pop it, but he is absolutely destroying for just being on his own. And then you get the UAV ability back. Honestly, he might be able to solo a BAD, which is insane. Any other tower, any other 5th tier, or any other good tower in general, and he'd be able to absolutely destroy the 2 tower chimps challenges, in my opinion. Look at that. Does he actually pop it in the end? Yes, he does. Okay, so admittedly it was definitely a bit late, but Etienne, at least in my eyes, is absolutely insane. And according to this, apparently he's only gotten 46,000 pops, which I don't think is true. Anyway, that's enough of Etienne for now, and that's the power. Honestly, he's crazy good. I love him. And then now we can go over some of the update notes. Oh, okay, they don't give you the full thing. But, yeah, so there's new items in the trophy store. Have a look at them. Yes, that's great. Featured Steampunk ZOMG Sci-Fi BFB. Okay, that's actually pretty dope. I like that better than the watermelon. Red alert, this BFB has phases set to game over. Okay, bit of a Star Trek reference. Give those balloons a touch of class with a timeless dashing top hat. Okay. You can't have too many monkeys. Now make colourful monkey effects appear with every pop. I feel like that's a reference to, oh, what's the game called? Falling Monkeys or something? Anyway. A super chill track to take down the intensity. Perfect for those late nights or early morning games. Great. Sparkling hearts emote. There are hearts and then there are sparkling hearts. Some of us know the difference. Okay, 40 trophies. I don't know if that's good. Zeely's pet frog. Zeely swears it's not a voodoo stereotype. She just happens to think this frog is the coolest. Original Zeely only. Oben Ghost Wolf. I need this. The spirits of the forest are always awake with Oben's enchanting ghost wolf pup nearby. Original Oben only. Crickets, this is the sound of the 14th cash request that gets ignored. Okay, admittedly I would like that. Just when anyone ever says, like, I need money, just cricket. Cricket. No one's gonna give you anything, boy. DJ Ben avatar. Yeah, it's kind of basic. I see why it's only 10. Admiral Brickle commanding her fleet to victory, captured in black and white. Okay, so it kind of resembles like a manga. Maybe even a slight JoJo's reference with... I don't know. I don't know enough about JoJo to be able to reference. Custom avatar, yes we can engineer. Loving your job is half the battle, and this engineer is happy to pin more balloons. Adora avatar, it's alright. Striker paradrop. All the coolest monkey soldiers arrive by parachute. Original Striker Jones only. Okay, so I think everything new would have been in the featured section. It seems like it. Yeah, okay, so that's all the main things. Admittedly, there will be more features to come out with the next Odyssey, which happens tomorrow? Yes. And until then, Etienne's dope. Give him a shot. Get money, get Etienne, instant camo detection, get the dub. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Abuse Etienne while he may or may not be nerfed and or buffed. I definitely think his UAV drone that flies around in massive circles needs a buff because that can't pop DDDs for crap. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This has been update 20 of BTD6 and I will see you in the next video. Take care.